So you get that side, and on the right side, same thing, bolt, washer, and nut. Once you get that all tightened down, you're pretty much good to go, and this is the end result. I know this is not a really good camera angle because I'm literally about inches away from the brace. My face is about to touch the old pan, and by the way, this old pan's freaking hot. Nevertheless, this is the G-Track brace. Next, I'm going to go and install the X-pipe. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so you can technically do it with the exhaust on, but you know what? Since I don't have a jack, as you can see, I just have it on jack stands. We might as well just take it off. So that's what we did. We took it off, and once you get it off, you put your X pipe on top. What we did was we lined up. We lined up these pipes, from the factory one to this one. Make sure that's nice and straight. And then this is size specific, so if you can see that slight bend that way, well, obviously that bend goes that way. So once you get that, then you can mark it right here with the Sharpie or whatever marker you want to use on both sides. Just mark it, take off your X pipe, and use whatever you want to use. I used a pipe cutter. It's like a, let me go get it real quick, hold on. Can you use a pipe cutter real quick? Well, I went to O'Reilly's and I rented a pipe cutter, but this little scar right here took me about 10 minutes of just non-stop. Oh, here it is. Do not, and I repeat, do not use this. This just takes forever, and it's just a hassle. So we ditching that and using the reciprocator saw. But I don't know, it's just a little pointer I wanted to point out. So if you want to use it, and if you have faith in it, go ahead and use it. But in my case, I don't like it. So with that, let's go ahead and break out the reciprocator. And I got my marks right here, so we're going to cut those off right now. Alright, what's going on today? Yesterday actually I finished installing that X pipe from SR Performance, and I have to say that the fitment, quality, and finish is top notch. For 125 bucks you get a really good product. It's 2.5 inch 4-line stainless steel, so it's really nice. As far as cutting it, no big deal, everything lined up perfectly. What I did was I took off the exhaust, like I said yesterday, and it's a lot more easier like that, just because you feel more comfortable when you pull up the exhaust. You line it up and then you cut it to wherever point, like I mentioned a little bit earlier. But what we did was we first installed the X pipe, and then after that, once we tightened it down, not too much but just loosely, we installed one tailpipe at a time, if that makes sense. So we installed the right one first and then the left one. Once we got that all installed, buttoned up, then we tightened it down. The sound is amazing. Believe it or not, it does make a huge difference. The audio is not going to make any justice for this, so just keep that in mind. It might sound kind of quiet even if you turn up your headphones or whatever, your speakers or whatever, but nonetheless it sounds much better in person. I'm gonna do let me do an exhaust click right now so you can hear it, and then in a minute I'll go down into this garage, because it's like a vacated or empty lot. I'm gonna go into like a, you know, where there's like, it's all confined, and it's pretty loud, let's just say that. So with that, let's go ahead and start it. And I hope it catches it good, because I don't want to put the camera too much close to the car, because then it's just gonna distort the exhaust. So here we go. So there you go. What do you think? I think it's pretty nice, but you know, like I said, the audio is not going to catch it nicely. Nonetheless, it's awesome. It just fits up so nicely. Well, unfortunately, you know, I'm out in the garage. I don't have my jack stands and my jack to lift it up, but it's awesome. It fits really nicely. Gosh, I sound like a broken recorder. As far as the G-Track G-Track brace from Steeda, that works amazing as well. When I'm driving the car now, when I come into a corner, it doesn't. Let's see here. I'll give you a better shot. It doesn't lean to the left or lean to the right. It gets kind of stable, you know. I mean, it's not a drastic feel, but it does feel a lot more planted and more secure when you're coming into turns. All right, so that's a little overview of, you know, the G-Track, the X-Pipe, which sounds amazing. Now let's go into a confined space and let it rip. And you know what? Just for you guys, I'm gonna do something that's gonna, hopefully y'all like it. I mean, I'm always scared, you know, should I do that? Should I do this? And let's do it. Forget it. Oh. All right. Traction control off. All right. I think I need to get out of here, because it was private property, but there's my little marks right here. My first ever burnout marks. All right, let's go into a confined location so we can hear that exhaust.